So moving on, let's go ahead and bring in our featured artist of the night. Rob, take a minute to get the shot set up, I think. So we just did a recent review on Paula DeFrancis and her new single Channel Home. So we have her here tonight. Marty LaFaso, the reviewer, was very into her and told me that she's really awesome. So here she is as featured artist. Paula, how you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you here. So as I always do with featured artists, kind of give us your spiel about who you are and what you're doing with your music, and then we'll take a listen to Channel Home, and then we'll come back and get deeper with Dave.
All right. I'm Paula DeFrancis. I grew up, born and raised in Arlington, Virginia, and I went on to major in music at VCU, the School of the Arts in Richmond, Virginia. And I really enjoy writing soulful music, singer-songwriter, indie pop kind of acoustic style. And back in August, I released my debut single, Channel Home. And so I hope you take a listen and enjoy.
Sweet. So we'll take a listen to that. Let us know what you think in the comments. Everybody, share this video out. Let all your friends know you're hanging out with us, and we'll check out Channel Home by Paula DeFrancis. We'll be right back.
Fell in the silence with the thinning air, scratching, clinging to the walls as we watch them crumbling. Too scared to look into the windows for fear of falling in. Bewildering, familiar, tragically beautiful, futile. Take me home again, suspended. I can see the light beyond. Towering over me, wise and knowing and hungry.
Deeper with Dave, deeper with Dave. Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by
Paula, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, first of all, what microphone was used for this recording? I have to know.
That is a great question. I recorded that with my friend Silo Mentality and in his home studio. And
Not sure what brand the microphone is?
No, I don't.
Damn. Well, it's a very nice mic. It captured your voice really well. Nice, subtle effect. Very smooth piano playing. So let's see. Where should we go with this chat? I'm going to go with... All right. I always like to cover references. So I look back at like Tori Amos. What's her name? Fiona Apple and Nora Jones. So those are the three artists that come to mind for me. All a little different. You know, Tori's into the was neo pop and really started getting into some really strange and interesting sound effects, you know, as she progressed in her career. Fiona's more like the jazz, little funk, little hip hop in there. But Nora Jones is like light and airy. So of those three artists, what kind of path do you see yourself going closest to?
Tori Amos. I would relate to more strongly.
Okay.
For her, yeah, I'd say it's just a stronger sound than maybe Mary Jane's for the others.
Yeah, it seems like a little more focus on just the emotion of the vocals and the lyrics paired together with Tori. That makes sense to me. So what about, I guess, as you're getting more into writing and releasing an album and everything, what are your thoughts about accompanying instruments and building the sound more, or do you want to just keep it simple and have that be your thing?
That's a great question. I've always loved that acoustic, simple sound, but I would love to that and definitely have some collaboration maybe.
Sorry.
That was JoJo Keys. He forgot his mic was live and he burped for the audience.
So sorry. Hey, it's my show.
Wow.
So,
Well, I mean, it's called a forced segue right there. But I'm sorry. We're sorry. We're just a bunch of gross, disgusting men here trying to.
Oh my gosh, dude.
that's the first. That's the first. Anyway, get me off the camera. I don't want to
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. How do you cut out a part of the show live? I have to learn how to do that. But anyway, so let's talk about your teaching. So you teach piano, you teach guitar, you teach the djembe drum, you teach vocals as well. So all different students, or do you like teach students that try and learn all that stuff?
That's a good question. Mostly my students have one instrument at a time, but I definitely have some students who are interested in learning guitar and piano, or maybe switch back and forth. And I definitely relate to that because I've always been working on experimenting with multiple instruments at one time.
Well, I mean, you're very influential to them, assuming that they're younger, because if they start seeing what you're doing and you see all these instruments and they see you putting out recordings, it's like, hey, maybe I'll do piano and sing. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, aside from the teaching, like we were chatting before the show, I mean, are you prepared for this to kind of be a central part of your career if you start getting offers to do more shows or getting more popular with your music? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say.
All right.
Yeah. I've always really loved using music as an outlet, and it's something I plan on keeping no matter what, along with a full-time job and along with all my different passions. I've always been a multi-passionate person, but music is definitely something
Yeah, like you said, it was a freshman year in college. You started playing guitar at coffee shops and playing live and everything, and then started to get more serious about just your studies, which was music major, and now you're gonna get a master's, from what I understand. So I understand the whole focus thing, but once everything's in order, the creativity, the artistic nature starts to pull you back and, start to write tunes again. So that's kind of cool that it comes full circle like that with just that much more training and knowledge in your brain.
Yeah, definitely. I think when things are, once you've moved, it was back when I moved back into Washington, D.C., that I started hooking up with other musicians and other performers. And it really brought me back to this gift that I definitely want to share, and something that should always be a part of my life. So it kind of brought me back to what I want to be doing, and it's definitely not something I'm going to let go of.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the progression. I really am. It was a pleasure to have you here. On Facebook, she's at Paula.DeFrancis. How about Twitter? You on Twitter, Paula?
No, not Twitter. Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube.
All right, what's your IG handle?
It's just Paula DeFrancis.
Paula DeFrancis. Perfect.
No other Paula DeFrancis. So I'm lucky.
Well, you have a very promising career ahead of you. I'm looking forward to it. It was a pleasure having you here, Paula.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.